Sir, Modi says India won't bend to Pakistan nuclear blackmail, but encounter breaks out between security forces and terrorists today morning. What do you say, sir?
My pleasant namaskarams to all of you, especially to our channel management and staff and others and people of this country. India won't bend to Pakistan nuclear blackmail. This is what our Prime Minister has said in radio. On Monday, in his first address to the nation after the operation got underway on May 7th. But what is happening is really what Modi said is happening in the field. Modi says that he will not tolerate any nuclear blackmail. But now he claims, though interestingly, that India has established a new normal in dealing with terrorist incident and he is maintaining zero tolerance, and he claims that talks and terror cannot go together and terror and trade also cannot go together and blood and water also cannot go together. But what is happening? Operation Sindoor is now India's established policy in the fight against terrorism. The operation has set a new standard, a new normal in counter-terrorism measures. But Trump claims that he has stopped a nuclear conflict. In pursuance of it, not only there is ceasefire going on, but also India and Pak is ready to cut troops on borders. Even after all this also, drone downed in Punjab, the officials accepted. A surveillance drone was downed in Jalandhar of Punjab on midday night, as per the version of Deputy Commissioner Himanshu Agarwal. Meanwhile, the suspected drones were being engaged at Samba in Jammu and Kashmir, the army said. The DGAO also highlighted the role of air defense weapons, including the older and battle-proven ones, in minimizing damage to both civilian and military infrastructure. This is how things had gone previously. But today morning, that is Tuesday morning, we came to know that Indo-Pakistan ceasefire live updates clearly showing that an encounter broke out between security forces and terrorists in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. Why it is happening? What is going on actually? The encounter is underway, which has broke out between the security forces and terrorists. When the India got some information, a specific input about the presence of terrorists in Shukro Kellar area of the South Kashmiri district, security forces launched a cordon and search operation there. They said the search operation turned into an encounter after the terrorists fired upon the forces who retaliated. So, Congress is claiming, in the light of this, will there be a review of Palgam? The MP Jairam Ramesh is asking this question. While NIA is investigating Palgam, but nothing is happened. The Congress is questioning what happened. Are the people who killed our people, 26 people, were caught or dead? Where are they? What is happening? Why Congress question is not being answered. Congress leader is also asking, PM Modi's speech did not increase the confidence and faith of people. He should have spoken tough to America. It was not seen. He is talking Pakistan to us frequently and that too loudly, and he did not see it as a confident speech. This is what Congress leader Vijay Wadettiwar has stated. These things are showing to us that the conflict between India and Pakistan after the deadly militant attack in Pahalgam, which is an Indian administered Kashmir, really triggered a sharp escalation between India and Pakistan, with both sides exchanging gunfire across the line of control and downgrading diplomatic ties. On May 6, we announced Operation Sindhu, a military strike targeting 9 sites in Pakistan and Pakistan administered Jammu and Kashmir, and we are alleging that we used it to plan the attacks. But in the light of the previous history about the partition in 1947, and the Maharaja Kashmiri monarch initially sought independence as Kashmir was neglected and subjugated for centuries by conquering empires. But later, as per the Karachi agreement, temporarily violence is ended, a ceasefire is established due to overseeing of the situation by members of the UN Truce Subcommittee. But later it escalated in 1965, and a brief war again in 1971 between India and Pakistan over East Pakistan. Later in 1972, similar agreement is established about the bilateral relations, and line of control LOC is established. The provisional military control line split Kashmir into 2 administrative regions. In 1974, the conflict took on a new dimension with the introduction of nuclear weapons, raising the stakes of any confrontation. India tested its first nuclear weapon, triggering a nuclear arms race that would see Pakistan reach that same militant milestone 2 decades later. In 1989, Pakistan capitalized upon a burgeoning resistance movement in Indian administered Kashmir to undermine Indian control, reigniting tensions and beginning decades of communal violence. Then Kargil War, again ceasefire since 2003. But in November 26, 2008, fear started. India and Pakistan would once again head towards direct military confrontation. 166 people were killed, including 6 Americans, over 3 days. Both India and the United States blamed the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba. Then thereafter, several militant organizations. The Indian government cooperated with the Pakistani government to bring the perpetrator to justice, paving the way for improved relations. In 2014, again Narendra Modi invited Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif to attend the inauguration. India cancelled talks in 2014 with Pakistan Prime Minister after the Pakistani High Commissioner in India met with the Kashmiri separatist leaders. Again, militants attacked a remote Indian army base in Uri near the LOC in September 2016. So that way, killing dozens up to 2018 and displacing thousands of civilians on both sides of the line of control has occurred. Then again in 2017, Indian parliamentary camp near Srinagar region has occurred. Anti-India protests were occurred. India announced in May 2018 it would observe a ceasefire in Kashmir during the month of Ramadan for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Operation resumed in June 2018. Likewise, in February 2019, an attack on convoy of Indian parliamentary forces in Pulwama, Indian administrated Kashmir, killed at least 40 soldiers. Again, 2019, following a deployment of tens of thousands of additional troops and paramilitary forces to the region, the Indian government moved to revoke Article 370. So, special status is lost. The ruling not only angered Kashmiris but also viewed as a grave injustice by Pakistan. So, till then, they were under a different impression. So, they started fighting for again to revocation of reviving of Article 370, but nothing has happened. The recent developments clearly shows they opened a fire on a bus in June 2024. April 22, 2025, tension escalated when militants attacked Indian tourists in Kashmir, killing 26 Indian nationals, 25 Indian nationals and one Nepalese national. So Pakistan denied any involvement, and its defense ministry even suggested the attack was a false flag operation. So, but now, as you know, India and Pakistan forces have exchanged fire across the LOC every day since the attack. The United States and China have called for de-escalation, with Beijing advocating for an independent investigation into the attack and its suspects. Islamabad and New Delhi have since traded military threats, with India's Navy testing long-range missiles. On April 28, Pakistani's defense minister expressed belief that an Indian military attack on Pakistan territory was imminent and that the Pakistan military was preparing reinforcements. Meanwhile, India has launched a crackdown in Kashmir as Indian security forces have arrested over 1,500 Kashmiri and demolished homes of suspected militants. This is all happened, but the present scenario clearly shows, in the light of the army chief personnel, who is the head of it, wants to keep his power secured. It is all because after Supreme Court's decision, amendments have taken place for constitution and the period of power of him is extended to 5 years from 3 years. In Balochistan, there is a fight for division of Pakistan. In Afghan, Taliban are fighting against Pakistan. The economic condition of Pakistan army spoiled. In army also, forcible resignations had taken place and army personnel are not happy. So in Pakistan there is a internal fight going on. Because of that, this army chief, Pak army chief Munir, in order to protect his position, is supporting the separatists and terrorists, and they are fighting this way, due to which even though ceasefire is announced, but still the fights are going on between India and Pakistan, of course, between security forces and terrorists. That is how things are going on. Let us hope the Indian people will definitely take a decision not to purchase any item produced by any foreign countries, especially Pakistan, China, and the countries which are supporting them, so that economically India will become strengthy and the public mood to fight against Pakistan will be supported by all, and then politically and spiritually and diplomatically we will try to make Pakistan as single out at international level. But still, apart from that, economically we must force the Pakistan to come to terms and China to come to terms. For that, our people will take a decision and support all the actions of the government which is trying to fight tooth and nail for protecting the lives of our people. Let us hope for the best. Thank you.